but I don't wanna live that way. Reading into every word you say. You said that you could let it go, and I wouldn't catch you hung up on somebody that you used to know. But you didn't have to cut me off. Make it like it never happened. Now we were nothing. Now you need your love, but you treat me like a stranger, and I feel so rough. No, you didn't have to stop so long. Had your friends catch your until I'm changing them up. Guess that I don't need that though. Now you're just somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Somebody that I used to know. Somebody I used to know. Somebody that I used to know.
Okay, so the next one is Scorpio. So yes, if you did watch my video, I did have a little bit of a strange fucking meltdown last night. Okay, but so I'm fine now if anybody was kind of concerned in any kind of formal manner. So anyway, let's see. So basically, right, the next stages and steps in life always comes to you in the end. Okay, it does. We have to have deep introspection sometimes of actually gaining our bearings back in life. And I actually asked for guidance from myself, basically, the higher mind. I needed to know the next steps, and that's why I start writing and things. Normally when I start writing, it comes in dribs and drabs. It's from the Akashic records, and it pretty much tells you your next step. Okay. But we do have a lot going on astrologically, especially in my sign. Now, why I mention signs is because not everybody's sign, it's to do with your conditioning and everything else, and this is why I promote narcissism. Okay, you have to know if you're in a narcissistic relationship or ship, or not a relationship, a ship. Okay, have to know that, because these cards can play out in so many different ways, can mean family, jobs, anything. Okay, and it may relate to you, but you've got to know if you're actually in something that's extremely controlling and narcissistic. Now, star signs don't matter, and this is why sometimes I don't like doing Scorpio, because people ask me why I have such depth. Okay, well, I'm a Pisces sun, I have a Scorpio rising, and I have Pisces in the 5th house, which is why I like drama and the music and the everything that I kind of do magically kind of stuff, and that's how I manifest from the feeling. Okay. But that is also to do with passion and love as well. So that's why I have such depth. Okay. So that is a disclaimer. You've got to know if you're in a narcissistic ship or not, because ships sail, right? And basically, well, I'm not even going to kind of go into it, because people have got to know self-awareness. You have to know self-awareness if you're in one or if you're not. And if you don't know whether you are, then that's why things can get, because some people fall under a notion that love is supposed to be painful. Of course it isn't. 222 on the clock, okay? If it's extremely painful and you've fought for a long time to get out of it, then that's the kind of clarity that you need to ask yourself. Why did that take me so long to fight out of it? But now I'm out of it, I actually wonder, do I need to kind of, you know, but I'm going to teach people this, and I'm going to do modules over on Vimeo, and that is kind of in the process of being looked at. Okay. Now, you did have the 5 of Pentacles when that were coming out before, when I was pre-shuffling. Okay. Could have something to do with Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Right. Now, this is my 3 or 4 lost souls swimming in a fish bowl. Okay. If that comes out again, but I will explain that. Okay, a stable water sign, okay, but then an unstable water sign from drinking maybe alcohol, or just very unstable emotion, very aloof, uncontrollable emotion of control. Okay, then you have a cup also that's empty from the past. That's why it relates to also the 8 of Cups, stale. Okay, but then you have a light, a flame that's gone out. Okay, but it's a stable water sign, so you have water approach. So this can relate to Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or just your conditioning, or fighting, or aloof. It doesn't matter. Okay, but it could be something to do with that. Now, this is someone has drawn a line in the sand, maybe. Where exactly did you bury the car? Well, it's in the sand. Right, so Sorry, but that is a British old TV program or advert. Okay, so anyway, so this is drawing a line in the sand. Okay, trying to rise above it. Try not to fight. Fight or flight. Fly away, Peter. Fly away, Paul. What is the point in keep flying away and coming back if you're in a ship? If you're in a ship and you jump overboard, that's your free will choice to do that. That's why tarot cards will never be able to predict everything all in one go, and that's probably why people need private readings in order for me to try and help, because a tarot card will not predict your future. It can pretty much tell you certain things, but it's to do with the conduit of the messenger, like myself, that give you the message. That's why we pick up different messages. It depends on who relates to what channel and what card. Okay, it's what you feel empathically and what comes out. Okay, what goes out must come back in. It's called equality. Okay, equality of give and take. You need to give something to receive something. If you don't receive something, you're constantly giving. If you're constantly receiving but you're not giving anything, then you can be controlling. Okay, so then but controlling does play different forms in healthy control, boundaries, or whether it controls in narcissism or not. Okay, narcissism is it's not. Well, I'm not going to go into it because there is stuff. Okay, so anyway, so that is drawing a line in the sand, right? Now this is part of the karmic year, but this is this can also be fear, also of the ego and of the mind that keeps us in conflict, static, worry, stress. We think that we're being attacked. Could have spiritual attack. Okay, I know I've pretty not had one, but if your vibration is low, very low, okay, through connection of something, very low, we then can go backwards sometimes, and then we fight with the karmic situations of the ship. Okay, that can happen in life. That's why it takes more growing and learning to realise that love isn't a battle or a fight. It's actually a freeing energy of free will choice. Your free will choice to go backwards or forwards in ascension and keep fighting. Okay, what happens if you fight? Okay, are you winning or are you losing? Guarantee you're not doing either. It's pointless because it doesn't get you anywhere. Okay, but this can also be like spiritual attacks where your vibration's low, and if your vibration's low, it calls in exactly the same energy content of an energy soul that is contracted in order to teach you another lesson around the same kind of aspect and approach of, because it's everything. Nothing happens for it. All happens for a reason. There's a reason behind fucking everything. Okay, this is why I have such depth. There's a reason for everything. Everything happens for a reason. Can do a lot to do with past life of what we come here for. To drop defences, to realise that you can't blame people for what you done to one that does to another, whatever that is in the Bible, I can't remember. Do unto one as one does to another, or something like that. Paths have to be chosen. Lines have to be drawn and quartered. Okay, this is how we form healthy boundaries, by our vibration of vitality of life actually raising in life when we look towards the positive and the aspect of light ascension. We don't gravitate towards the darkness of things, we go towards the light. If it's a fight, then why are you in it? Free will, right? Free will. So you have a free will choice to do what you want, so that relates to why cards can represent different people's struggle or life, or it may not even resonate with you. It may be completely different with different readers or a personal reading. When I do Skype calls, they're not readings. They are someone that guides you, because if you think for 1 second that I haven't experienced more to do with narcissism and pain in many aspects of my life, you're very much mistaken. That's why I also have wisdom. Okay? Wisdom. So let's have a look. So I'm not digging it. I'm just kind of like, I need to kind of ram that home to people because it's very important. I'm not going to lead people up the garden path, and I wouldn't sit here and fucking lie to people, because what would be the point? Okay, there wouldn't be, would there? If I was to lie, that's why I'm okay with taking criticism and people disliking it, because then you'd probably go and find someone else that you relate to. If you blame me in the comments and things like that, then that'll be a lesson for you to learn. Okay, because you can't blame society for things that you're doing yourself. That's why you can't manifest, because you have a system, ecosystem, that is causing you to blame society for something of free will. We constantly have free will. God will always say yes. You can continue to do that, or you can break free from that. Okay, well, and that's one card, Scorpio. Okay, so then we have the King of Pentacles. So the King of Pentacles can be an earth sign. It can be Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, but it's not actually a star sign, neither is this one. So other readers that may tell you that that is definitely that, it isn't. It can be, but it means someone that is either one on a bad spin feels like they're being committed into a padded cell, okay? Or this means someone that is extremely stable, okay, extremely stable, and knows how to have a partnership, not a ship, okay? Something that stays grounded, okay? Very grounded, nurturing, masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. Someone that can do pretty much anything, that can build wealth, that can build love, is stable, okay? So it could be an earth sign, or it could be anybody of that kind of quality, but it could have took healing from. Depends on cards, depends on your situation. If you're self-aware, you will kind of know people that are either unstable or stable, okay? Because that's part of manifesting, is the table, right? You wouldn't eat food off a four-legged chair, would you? You know, you probably wouldn't eat food off a chair anyway, but you wouldn't eat it off a three-legged table either, would you? Because it would be unstable. So, sorry, let's have a look. My awakening is kind of coming out. Coming out! Okay, let's have a look. Scorpio, Sun, Rising, Venus for February. Sun, Rising, Venus, February. Well, you could have been fighting with an earth sign, or an earth sign's been fighting with you, and that could be something to do with the karmic year, and it's probably brought in someone to be a little more stable, maybe. More stable, stability, through competing. That can be competing for other people, or competing for attention, you know, or inner conflict, external conflict. An imbalance. Okay, so you've got Sagittarian energy. Now this can either be Sagittarius or Pisces or fire. This can also be a guide. Okay. Now Jupiter is the ancient ruler of Pisces. That's why it relates to fire and water. Okay, but it is also Sagittarius. But it is also a guide as well. Okay, it's like what we call some people from the internet or whatever, and it is kind of true in a way. It's like an earth angel. It's like angel radio. It's somebody that has access to the other side of the veil and they can hear it. That's why it's depicted as in hearing. The best person that you can ever ask help for is yourself. That's why it's called self-help when you become clairvoyant, because yourself gives you the answers to yourself, and that's why you're a guide. You learn about balance and not tempting fate, okay? But you balance yourself out to become more stable, and then you realise a lot about water and emotions, clarity, a great perspective of life. This could also mean the soulmate kind of energy too, okay? But it's also fire and passion. Could just simply mean Sagittarius. But it could mean that something to do with an earth sign or fire sign, Sagittarius, earth sign, or someone like this could have caused an imbalance, and an imbalance between two energies, or you could have this in your chart maybe, okay? But it's definitely caused some sort of fighting or inner conflict. But it could have been brought in that someone is now becoming stable, okay? And now they're now deciding over you or you them, or trying to just literally find balance and equality of yourselves again, or themselves. Cross-watchers or anybody, okay? Someone could have definitely walked away. Someone could have definitely walked away from the past, you know, could have done. Because this is kind of like, you know what, in life, in general, of what I said about the cups, was it through the beginning card that came out? Maybe, I can't remember what I was saying now. But this is part of the cups. This is, you know what, in life, in general, life has just been fucking shit, and it constantly makes me run, okay? That I've had to walk away from it because the feelings are just now stale, okay? Stale. So I'm walking away from it, and I've walked away because there was too much fighting, too much instability, and too much indecisive of... See, temperance can be controlling if it's the other way around. It's general. Not everyone's going to relate to this. Is why I try to give everyone the story, right? That can cause like someone to come in real passionately and want something because I'm out of control with my passion, right? Or my leadership, or my controlling of energy of water, because she also has an unstable foot in water of trying to find stability. It's teetering on the edge of trying to find being grounded, but my emotions can be very rocky. I'm kind of like that, okay? So that's what that could probably mean, is that people have now gone separate ways in order to try and find something new, okay? Fresh and new, because you can always return to the past, okay? But you can also return to something new to refill the cups also, okay? Because it goes from the 8 to the 9 to the 10, right? Once you've found the passion for someone of light, is what I was saying, the light, if people don't want the light, they go towards the dark, and it's a written path. But the more you try to hold on to it and be imbalanced and unsure, that's why you end up fighting with yourself, you know. So it's pointless. So it needs release. That's why Scorpio is about release, death, transformation, and learning to release and let go. Trust me, it's my rising sign, you know. So that's pretty much me in a way, because I learn release is definitely where I have that planets in my chart in the 12th house of Libra, I think. I can't remember now, but it's all my life has been about release, letting go, release, letting go, controlling people, controlling situations, controlling, letting go, release, you know. It's been like that for me, you know. So this is why it's my rising sign now, to have learned through ascension, to come up and rise up, to be a guide, you know. So if you're a Scorpio ascendant sign, this may relate to you. If you're a Scorpio sun sign, you may be blaming someone else for doing it to you, but they, crosswatcher, may be blaming them to do it to you. This is why you need to me, to you, to me, to you, temperance, balance, to become a leader of light, not dark. You know yourself, then you know, am I a really good person and decent person? I may make mistakes, sure, but I can admit them, okay? So I know who I really am now. I know where I am. I know that I am really here, okay? It's like, so let's see. Or you could just be having inner conflict and a fight with an earth sign, and you're trying to work things out, and you're trying to temper that. Or if, so you've got the sun, it could have something to do with Leo, okay? So a Leo could have inner conflict and trying to seek higher ground, maybe. Trying to find the passion again with something new, because this is fresh and new. This is like with children and trying to gain stability with money, finances. This can be anyone, okay? Trying to find stability with money and finances. Could feel a little defended and guarded. This can do with soul groups, of realising a reflection of soul group lessons too. I don't want to go too deep on you because it's going to be in lessons of modules on Vimeo, okay? But trust me, when I tell you that I can blow your fucking mind with the things that I can help you with, I'm not joking, okay? I've even been given more answers of what I'm writing down, and it was going to relate to so much stuff, okay? Because even when I finish a reading, I see more into it and think, fucking hell, that could have been that, and that. But you have to cut that off, and you have to think, okay, well, that reading's done now. I have to go on with the next one. Temper myself, blah, blah, blah. Temper my energy. Don't act. Every action has a reaction and response time of an explosion. He calls it the tower. If you don't temper and balance your energy, and you can keep batting someone, okay, that's when the universe steps in to say, well, okay, we're going to make this fucking worse for you. If you don't realise yourself, okay, self-acceptance, self-realising, death, transformation, rebirth. If you don't do it yourself, it's forced upon you too, of where one soul will reflect to another soul that will make it that bad that something will happen. Trust me, the universe can do fucking what they like, because they don't care, pretty much, because it depends what you think and what you do. If you torture another soul constantly, okay, so it depends if it's to do with narcissism. But so on a good spin ish, Someone now is trying to find stability, maybe at work and all that kind of thing, right? Trying to seek higher ground, trying to look for higher knowledge. It can also be higher knowledge, higher wisdom, trying to find the inner conflict within themselves and pull themselves together, and trying to be more grounded and stable and balance themselves out. And it could have something to do with a Leo in their chart, Sagittarius, or Earth sign. Okay. So, yeah, there you go. Three of Swords. Healing. There you go. The King of Swords. Okay. So, could have something to do with someone that has Sagittarius or that quality of, okay, and Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Air sign, fire sign. Okay. Air sign, fire sign. You've got air sign, earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Doesn't have to be. These are not star signs. Star signs at the moment, Sagittarius. Okay? Now, what we went over with the story, because I can't remember it, so you have to try and remember for me, is that could have caused so much conflicts and instability of money. And because when you're fighting with someone, you can't fucking think, right? You can't think. When you're in a ship with someone and it causes that fucking fighting, and oh my God, I have to lock my doors. I've got to lock my doors. I can't go out. Are they watching me? Are they doing this? Are they doing that? Where are they? Are they there? Are they not? Is it fear? Is it me? Is it not? Again, this is part of what narcissism can cause, okay? So if you're in a ship with someone and they're completely making you feel very defensive, okay, that's where the universe comes in and it causes that, okay, which is heartache and betrayal. So your money and finances and career and things become imbalanced in fluctuation of emotion and being because of combatant energy of mind control, okay? If not, then it's brought instability, okay? It's brought in some kind of healing approach and balance, okay? Balance. King of Swords. So this, at the moment, is a leader, okay? A leader as well. Because this is someone that's very strong and independent and strong. Can cut away darkness, can cut away different things in order to continue on his path himself, literally. But it depends. If this was that way, that would be fucking narcissism. Very much so, right? This way up, it's found strength because it's tempered and balanced the energy, okay? But yeah, there you go. This is the overall energy. I've got to take it and that. So, wow. If I see it, say it, say it, see it. This is how I read, okay? But, so you've got an ending, but you've got the Queen of Cups also. So I've got to do these stories. So something to do with an ending of some kind, right, is brought in stability with someone new, or something that's an ending but also a beginning of like reward, just reward, okay? Could be separation between family or separation between you and one another or something like that, okay? But it's building stability and it's committed, okay? Not into a padded cell. And that's to do with more of stabilising my emotions, something to do with the water sign, okay? In their chart or your chart, okay? And could also be a healer that does crystal work, esoteric knowledge, wisdom, works extremely hard at what they do. And it is also a guide, someone that does writing, poetry writing, spirit writing, past, present, future, or just works basically generally hard at what they do, okay? So that's another spin. So anyway, as the overall energy, we have Entrapment, which is the card of Scorpio to me. So this is Scorpio. This is more Scorpio sun sign. Okay, so this is how it is pretty much. Okay, because you can feel entrapped. It depends on your conditioning. If you are a narcissist, then you're more likely not watching it. Okay, but if you're blaming other people, because this is the elephant in the room, it needs release. It needs death. It needs transformation. It's unavoidable. But you can walk out of it because you're not actually trapped. So that's why it's free will. Your free will choice that someone was continuing to try and entrap somebody. It can be anybody, okay? It can be you, them, either, either, cross-watchers or anyone, okay? But it's generally over view of Scorpio to me, or Cancer, maybe in their chart, but more Scorpio to me, okay? Because it's a sting in the tail that's, I don't want to go into it. But it's to do with narcissism, one-upmanship, fighting, or fighting. It doesn't have to be narcissism. If it is, you know. If it's not, you don't, okay? But this is fighting, conflict, where two people that maybe have connected within kind of a soulmate kind of energy, that's why people watch it, or love, two people have kind of like just gone separate ways, and this person is held the Three of Swords, okay, which is held here. So it's caused a reflection outwardly of projection of ego, like I was picking up from, of combatant's energy, of not knowing your mind, where you reflect it from one to another and you both pick up that. If you have psychic ability like a healer, it's very important for release and communication, because if you don't have it, it leaves you in the dark and you just don't know, okay? But also it's a reflection of what happened in the karmic year, where all this happened as karma, okay, and it reflects onto the new of light, and this is why it's fight or flight. It's why some people don't know their mind, so they gain clarity of that, because everybody experienced heartache and forms of control through the karmic year. So people should have dropped their karma, and they should have hopefully found a new of light. That's why that's here. So some people could have been in this through the karmic year, and now some people could have found new towards someone that is fire and passionate and has leadership qualities, okay, and that is grounded, stable. Okay, so these readings very soon for the weeklies and whatnot, it's going to be a very quick one, and then it's going to go to Vimeo, okay, where I'll clarify stuff, and then it'll probably be advice, and I'll probably do thoughts and feelings of different approaches of people and where they are and whatnot. I've got things planned, okay? So let's have a look at seeing what... Oh, sorry, we need this 3 back, don't we? Where was that? It don't matter. Because this is general energy. Don't mean that this is definitely going to happen through. Could have something to do with Cancer, trying to find forward movement and passion. Okay, also a guide. So let's have a look at Temperance. Temperance. There you go, 10 of Pentacles is back out. So, I hate to float my own boat, but this is me that teaches about ascension, stability, okay? Not robbing people, okay? This forms a quality of something that's trusted, stable, very trusted, because it's like a bank of trust, okay? It forms a quality of give and take and sharing amongst people. Giving, taking, learning also. Learning your worth of what you're actually worth as one of these kind of healers, or if you are healers. We do that through knowing, by caring for people and sharing and walking your path, okay, if you're, say, a Scorpio rising, because you rise up to learn ascension about being more, oh, okay, well, I'm worth more now, or I'm worth more, so, or, okay, I'll give you this, and I'm okay with, you know, balance, tempering and balancing, not just your energy, but tempering and balancing worth of people, true worth of what they should see about you, and if they don't, they go that way, okay? But equality, it's needed, okay? So let's have a look at the King of Swords. The King of Swords. King of Swords. Waiting. Okay. I've been waiting for a girl like you to come into my life. So let's have a look at the 3. The 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands. There you go. Waiting for a love offer. Or someone's waiting for a love offer. Someone that, say you've got, okay, to come in passionately. And that could have something to do with Pisces, stable offer, Pisces, opportunity, that, okay? So that's me, kind of thing. So, see, this gives off my story. So anyway, this section here is someone that is passionate, very passionate, okay? They know forward movement, they know how to communicate, okay? Communicate. Can be very passionate, loving, caring, and knows how to take action. Knows how to take action. They show up in life and they take action, okay? And then you've got the counterpart. You've got the King of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. Okay? Two people, two energies that are very caring, nurturing and stable. Stable, because it's here. Stable. Which means someone that feminine and masculine quality, and they have great balance of both qualities of being masculine and feminine. They can do both. Motherhood, fatherhood, either. Doesn't matter, but would be very grounded and stable. Okay? So if you're interested, you're looking kind of at Sagittarius, air signs, water signs, earth signs, fire signs, mixture, earth. Everybody pretty much there, okay? But it's leaded of like Sagittarius or a guide, okay? Sagittarius or a guide. So, let's have a look at the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords. Yeah, so that's taking a new direction. Someone has taken a new direction away from it. Someone has walked away. That we did come up with that card, didn't we? We did come up with that card. So someone's walked away from the past and they now took a new direction from heartache. From heartache. Okay? Could have Earth in their chart. Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. Okay? And Leo in their chart maybe. Okay? Yeah, and healing. Been healing from it. Okay? Which is also can mean Scorpio of trying to raise the dead. Okay? But this is healing. Okay? Healing from the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords there, Three of Swords there. Healing from that and decided to chart a new course. Take a new course and direction in life. Okay? Which is charting. There you go. Charting a new course of a ship. Okay? The ship. And there's the ships. There's the ships. Okay? Fucking hell. I don't see, when I read, I just go with it. I just lose myself. Lose my shit. So it could be to do with prodigy. Your song maybe. I'm not sure. Let's have a look at the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles. To be honest, it doesn't need it because I've explained it. That's what I'm saying. So someone could have a big love offer coming in. Could be Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. Okay, we're going to leave it at that, Scorpio. But this is an overwhelming opportunity of love. Someone that's stable and that can hold themselves up in emotions, feelings, and give loads of it and receive a lot of it too. Okay, because it's purity. It's purity. It's detoxing from the karmic year. The karmic year, okay? But I have to add these up for Snapshot in the family album. There you go. Snapshot in the family album. So that might be your song, okay? But there's not a lot more else I can tell you, Scorpio, really. Okay, you should know where you are on your path. But that is your February, and then I'll do individual weekly signs, hopefully, at some point, okay? And then bi-weeklies and stuff. But I'm not sure. But that's your reading, guys. Okay, hope you enjoyed it. If you want a private Skype call, all the information of an email is there, and also Becoming the Change and business pages and stuff that I run that you can find information out on there. I'm trying to get everyone to go over to that Becoming the Change, just in case anything ever happened with this channel, and then people can always find me again. But there are other things there that you can find, or just emails. And your song, if there is one, which there should be, hopefully, it'll be in the description too. Alright, cheers, peace, deuces.